Hello children, welcome to the YouTube channel of Velkin National School, Vasai East. This is Mrs. Mamata Biju, your subject teacher of SST. Today I will be teaching to standard 7th, that is Geography chapter number 11, Contour Maps and Landforms. Now let's go further. They have given the various pictures. Let's read that pictures. Take a large oblate shaped potato and other required items as shown above. Now these are the required items you have to take. One is the oblate shaped potato, then this pen, then this knife, scale and paper. Then in second figure, observe how a potato appears when seen from the front and when seen from above. Draw an outline of the potato in your notebook. Now what they are saying you that now you have to check, now you have to see how the potato appears in the front and how it appears from the above. From that you have to make an outline of the potato in your notebook. Then this type he is cutting the potato into two. Okay, cut the potato into two parts so that each part has a flat base. When you cut the potato, the base should be flat. Rest the cut half of its flat base and measure its height and millimeter. Now once you cut the potato into two parts, the base part you have to keep on the paper and the height you have to calculate the height and its millimeter. This is our potato hill. The tapering side of the potato is the hilltop. Now this is the hilltop. This is the tapering side. Draw two circles, each going around the hill, one near the top and other close to the base. Keep sufficient distance between the circle. The circle near the top will be the smaller. Now what you have to do, you have to draw a two circle. One should go around the hill and one near the top and the other close to the base. You have to keep only the sufficient distance between the circles so that the circles near the top will be the smaller. Now the teacher will slice the potato on this circle. Now he has marked over here and here. So he is now making the slice of the potato. Do not separate the slice. Insert a toothpick or a piece of a pointed stick through the slice vertically. Now what he is saying that you don't have to separate the slices. You first have to insert the toothpick or any pointed stick through the slice vertically. See. Without removing the toothpick, place the sliced potato on a piece of a paper. Moving a pencil along the edge of the slowest slice, draw its outline. It will be the nearly circular in shape. Now what he is saying is without removing the toothpick. You have to slice the potato on a piece of a paper. Then move a pencil along the edge of the lowest slice and then you have to draw the outline. This will show you nearly the circular of the shape. See, he has drawn in this way. Then after drawing the outline, pull the toothpick upward. Remove the lowest slice delicately and keep it aside. Repeat the same procedure for the other two slices. Now what they are saying is that after drawing the outline, you have to pull that toothpick from the upward direction. Then you have to remove the lowest slice very, very smartly and keep it aside. And then you have to repeat the same procedure for the other two slices. Observe the figure. that is formed after the exercise is complete. You will note that you have drawn 3 concentric circles. Once you have done completing the exercise, you will observe what? 3 concentric circles. What you have to do is that write the height of the potato that you have measured earlier in the center of the innermost circle. Then measure the thickness of the slice you have kept aside. Give value 0 at the outermost circle. How will you give the value to the other line? Think about it. Do you think that the thickness of each slice that you have measured can help you? After assigning value to each circle, our sketch of the potato hill will be complete. Now this way he has done the sketch. He has drawn the height of the potato, then he has measured the earlier in the center of the innermost circle, then he has measured the thickness of the slice which was kept aside, and he has given the value as a 0 to the outermost circle, this one. Okay, this is the contour line internal 30 mm. Okay, this one. This is the model of the earth surface. A model of a relief in an area is shown, figure 11.1. Observe it carefully and answer the following question. This is the other one, contour line map. This is the contour line map. Okay. Which landform do you observe in the model? Which landform do we observe? Plains, plateaus, then hills. These all we observe. Which color have been used on them? We can see the green color and the blue color. Observe the map given in figure 11.1b. This one, 11.1b. Okay, and answer the following question. What all do you see in the map? What all we see in the map? We can see the altitude of the landform, then slopes of the landform, then directions of the slopes of the landform, then spread of a particular landform in a particular region. What is the general direction of the range shown in the map? Now this is the general direction. This is north, south. Then what they have asked, the general direction of the ranges shown in the map is east to west. Towards which direction is the flat land located in the map? Flat land is located towards the south. This is the south part. What are the maximum and minimum value of the lines in the map? The maximum and minimum values are between 800 to 600 meters. This is 800 to 600 meters. What do these values indicate? What it indicates? It indicates the altitude. Do you find any similarities in the map and the model in map 11.1a and the B part? What are those? Yes, we can see the similarities. Which figure give us more information and what is that information? This figure doesn't show much information. This figure gives us the more information. That is figure second gives us the more information. Is there any similarity between this map and the sketch map of the potato hill? Yes. Geographical explanation. While studying different landforms on the surface of the earth, one has to take into consideration various facets of the landforms like altitude, relief, slope, direction of slope, and the drainage. For this, a map prepared using particular methods are used. These are known as contour maps. These maps help us to understand the above characteristics of the landform. These maps are of immense use of mountaineer, trekkers, soldiers, then defense officers, etc. This map proves to be of great use in planning of a region too. Now what they are saying in this, that when you study a different landforms on the surface of the earth, first you have to consider the various facets of the landform, like altitude, the relief, the slope of the landform, then the directions of the landform, slope, and the drainage. Now whenever the map is being prepared, there are particular methods are used. So these are known as contour maps. This helps the characteristics of the landform. Now this kind of maps are mostly used by the mountaineers, trekkers, soldiers, then defense, then officers, which gives a planning for them to use this map of that particular region. Now they have given this a model of Karha river basin, Saswat. This is the map of Karha river basin, Saswat. A 3D model is given in figure 11.3. The northern part of the model shows the basin of the river Mola and Motha. This is the northern part of the river. This is Mola and Motha. Okay. To its south is the Katraj Divegat range extending from the west to east. Beyond that, some portion of the Karha basin is seen. Now in this map, this is the Karha river. This is the Katraj Divegat range, and this is Divegat. Now in which direction does the fort Purandar lie? This is the Purandar fort. Okay. So the Purandar fort lies to the south. Now they have given over here north and this is south. Okay. So it is in the south part. What is the direction of the flow of the river Karha? So the Karha river flows from where? From west to east, this one. Then in which part are the hills range not observed? It is not observed in the eastern part. Hill ranges are not seen in the eastern part. Okay. In which direction, which part of the map is not seen in the model? What is not seen in the model? That is altitude, then directions, then slopes. These are all not seen in the map model. Then in which direction does the altitude of the Katraj Devegat range decreases? Katraj Devegat range decreases from west to east. In which direction are the higher hill range located? Higher hill range is located in the southern part. In the southern part. Okay, that is 760 is the highest one. This one. 760 is the highest one. Okay. So students, we have completed this chapter. Hope you all have understood this chapter. Bye students, take care and have a nice day.